Figure P2-8 is we're given the note object is symmetrical about this center line, so we're going to have a horizontal. It really doesn't matter where we place the origin. I think maybe for convenience, we would go with the arc. And I really don't want to, if we draw the half arcs, maybe I'll illustrate that as we need the half arc, because if I draw the full arc, it's going to mirror over on itself and create a duplicate entity, and that's usually a problem. So let's take a look at those arc segments, and then we'll build in the geometry. So this is a part millimeter, and apparently I hit the button somewhere, so I'll maximize it back on the screen. So restore to the previous size of the window, and maximize if we need those. So center line, horizontal this time, staying with infinite length. We'll place it on the origin. Alright, so this time we have probably a center point arc would be good to do this this segment. I'm going to drag it out. Radius is a 21, so I want to try and stay close to that scale. I'll drag it through 90 degrees, and then I'm going to hit L on the keyboard to put me into the line. We could pretty much draw the fillets in, or I could go ahead and make them with a continuous arc. Alright, if we wanted to include those. Alright, so again, the continuous arc back to the starting point, and then we'll drag down and over a little ways, one more continuous arc, and we have half of our geometry. Okay, using the middle mouse wheel to scroll up, we'll start putting some dimensions on. So 21. Let's see, we have a overall of 100, so since I haven't mirrored the geometry yet, I still want to do those full dimensions, so I pick the center line, and when I'm on the opposite side, I will have the full dimension. Oh, need to place it. And when I'm between the object and the center line, then I'll have its half dimension or its radial dimension. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. And then our fillets are radius of 10. Our overall length is 85. And the inside radius is 10. And I just wanted to check where these ended up as far as our geometry. So there was just a little bit of a hint that the center point didn't make it coincident. And usually it's just enough off that something looks strange with the arc, and then we'll go back and check it. So now that I've placed it on the center line, let's go back into our right click and smart dimension. The center of the radius is 25 from the edge. And what are we missing? Oh, I missed the notch. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll set with a control select between the two arcs, I'll set those to equal. And then this is a good place. We'll illustrate the jog tool. Alright, so jog line, and pick, wait for my video card to catch up, and we drag the notch. So once I click, then it places it, and we have a 20 width, 35 off the edge, and a depth of 24 both slots. Alright, so because of the symmetry. And then the last one that we want to include, and we're 15 by 15 with a diameter of 12. Since the radius is 10, then to the center point is 10 and 10, so we can't use the center point of our arc. So we'll need to place those dimensions separately. Okay, 12 and one more. I have 12. Okay, so all my dimensions are stacked up on that side. In the previous video, we picked from left to right. This time I'm going to pick from right to left. I see the green box. I tell it to mirror, and I get my result. Alright, since the circles are a single nest, thicknesses of 8 millimeters, we'll go ahead with the extrude boss base, 8 millimeters, and OK. So by placing those arcs, if we get this to expand out, maybe not. Went and wait for my video card again. If we go back in and edit that sketch, now I kind of expected to see a point, but apparently those points only show up with the line, so I just wanted to check that. But pretty much it is a single arc, even though I only drew the half arcs. All right, so 90 degrees. Once I mirror, it goes to 180 degrees. Okay, so we can go back in, accept that, we'll save it, and get ready for our next project.